A 92-year-old woman has been found dead after her head and neck got lodged between the mattress and the bed rail in her Markham nursing home bed. It is a tragedy that highlights an ongoing debate over whether bed rails should be banned when used as restraints.
The use of bed rails, certainly in long-term care, is a really big issue. They can get caught on them, they can be asphyxiated, they can be strangled.
We don't know much about the 92-year-old woman who died. All we know from the Markham facility is that she was having these bed rails on her bed to protect her from falling, and that she was being closely monitored. In fact, they say they'd looked in on her about half an hour before they found her with her head lodged between the mattress and the bed rail. The woman was discovered dead on Sunday at the Yeehong Geriatric Care Home in Markham.
This resident was on regular monitoring, so staff been looking in, and as I understand it, she was looked in on shortly before she was found to have passed on. The person's head and neck was at the juncture between the bed rail and the bed itself.
Bedside rails may cause injury or death. Mattress must fit bed frame. A warning that is repeated again and again, and they typically have two different purposes. In a hospital, they're used for patients to help hoist themselves out of a bed. But in a nursing home, they're often used for restraints. Health Canada, the FDA in the United States, even coroner's inquests in this province have repeatedly warned that this implement that's supposed to be a safety device could actually be doing more harm than good. Health Canada has been posting safety alerts about bed rails dating back to 2008. The most recent one from just a few months ago, warning that in the last 5 years, there have been 58 incidents of patient entrapment in hospital beds, including 11 deaths. In the U.S., the FDA goes one step further, instructing that adult bed rails should not be used as a restraint. They are intended to be assistive and should be used to facilitate mobility for those who need assistance getting in or out of bed or repositioning in bed.
Sometimes it's the mattress isn't close enough to the bed rail. People get caught in between the bed rail and the mattress, and that can cause asphyxiation. I think the bigger problem, though, is that we shouldn't be using them as restraints.
It's your feeling that this use of restraint, the bed rail, should be a practice that is no longer used or very judiciously used in long-term care facilities.
That's right.
Advocates for the elderly say most people aren't aware of the dangers of these bed rails in nursing homes.
People think, oh, we need a bed rail because they think of cribs and children, and I think this is what they're used to. So a lot of people demand them, and I think we need a much better education around what the real risks are.
Now, the Ontario coroner confirming to CityNews that they are investigating this death. So too is the Ministry of Health. When we asked the ministry specifically about the use of bed rails in long-term care facilities, we were not given an answer, but we're told it takes incidents involving the injury or death of a resident very seriously. Now, a CityNews viewer contacted us about the death of this 92-year-old woman in Markham. If you have an issue that you'd like us to look into, this is how you can contact us.